The road outside the village was crowded that day. Not crowded in a cheerful way, crowded in the way that makes people impatient. Dust rose from sandals and cartwheels, merchants argued over coins, a baby cried somewhere behind a stack of baskets. The air felt tight, like everyone was holding a private rage. And through the middle of that noise, the Buddha walked calmly, not hurried, not distracted, as if his steps were passing through the storm without becoming wet. A man in the crowd saw him. This man carried anger the way some men carry a knife, not because they need it, but because they don't feel safe without it. His jaw was clenched, a vein pulsed at his temple. His eyes searched for something to fight. When he saw the Buddha's stillness, it irritated him like salt on an open wound. Peace can feel like an insult to a man who is burning. He pushed through the crowd and stepped right into the Buddha's path. "People call you wise," he said loudly, making sure others could hear. "They say you understand life." He leaned closer. "Then tell me, what makes you so special?" The Buddha stopped. He looked at the man with steady eyes. Not cold, not afraid, not superior, just awake. That silence enraged the man. He wanted a reaction. He wanted the Buddha to flinch, to defend himself, to become human in the worst way. So the man unleashed his storm. His voice rose sharp and ugly. Spit flew from his mouth as he shouted. His face reddened. His hands trembled with the effort of hatred. He called the Buddha a fraud. He mocked his followers. He accused him of weakness. The insults weren't clever. They were desperate. The kind of words a drowning mind throws like fists in the dark. Some of the Buddhist students tensed. One took a step forward, fists tightening. Another whispered angrily, ready to strike back. But the Buddha did not move. He stood there like a mountain, not resisting, not reacting, not giving the man even a single spark to catch fire on. The man shouted till his throat grew raw. Then he stopped, breathing hard, chest heaving, waiting for the Buddha to answer, waiting for humiliation, waiting for the moment where his anger would finally land. But the Buddha spoke softly. "Tell me," he said, "if you bring a gift to someone." The man blinked, confused. "And they refuse to accept it," the Buddha continued. "To whom does that gift belong?" The man frowned. "If they refuse it, then it stays with me." The Buddha nodded. "Yes." Then he looked into the man's eyes and said, "In the same way, your anger is a gift." The crowd went still. "You have offered me your insults. You have offered me your poison. But I do not accept it. So it remains with you." The man's face tightened as the meaning sank in. Because he could feel it. All that rage, all that heat was not touching the Buddha. It was burning only the person carrying it. A breeze passed through the road and lifted a few dry leaves. They spun once and fell. The Buddha continued, quieter now. "Anger is like a burning coal. When you pick it up to throw at someone," he raised his hand slightly, palm open, calm, empty. "You burn first." The man swallowed. Behind his anger, something else appeared. Exhaustion. Because anger always promises power, but it delivers pain. The man's voice came out smaller. "So what am I supposed to do? Swallow it? Pretend I'm not angry?" The Buddha shook his head. "No pretending." Then he said, Anger will visit you. It is part of being human. But you must decide whether you will carry it or whether you will put it down. He paused, then asked a single question. Before you speak, before you strike, ask yourself, do I want to pass this fire into another person, or do I want to stop being burned? Silence. Even the merchants nearby stopped arguing for a moment, as if the question had reached them too. The man looked at the Buddha again, and for the first time he saw something terrifying. Not softness, not weakness, but freedom. The freedom of a mind that could not be controlled by someone else's storm. The man bowed, awkwardly, imperfectly, but honestly. I didn't come to learn, he admitted. I came to harm. The Buddha nodded once, as if this confession was not shocking at all. Then let today be the first time you leave without harming yourself. The man stepped back into the crowd. He didn't become a saint. He didn't suddenly become calm, but he carried a new truth. The world will offer you many things: insults, blame, cruelty, disrespect. You do not control what is offered, but you do control what you accept. And here is the darkest truth of all. You are not punished for your anger. You are punished by your anger. So the next time someone tries to hand you their fire, don't hold it. Don't carry it. Look at it clearly and let it remain where it belongs.